This is a complete system which is designed for snack foods or rice crackers. It consists of an elevating conveyor, multi-channel vibratory feeder, expanding oven, impingement style oven, baking or toasting or expansion 2-zone section, followed by cooling and then spicing. The system starts with this Enman bulk feed conveyor, variable speed drive with sensors to detect the height and level, feeding in to an incline washdown Enman scoop belt conveyor. Here you can see it from the other side. Feeding in with level sensors to detect the height. Product is conveyed up to a hopper conveyor feeding system on a full stainless steel platform. Underneath we can see the control panel for the Enman hopper incline conveyor feed system. Here is the other side where you can see the Enman vibratory system, followed by the Aeroglide preheating and then expansion zone fluid bed impingement oven. Here is the control panel for the Enman feed system, as well as the WebTech loss in weight or scale weigher conveyor. In the foreground is the Aeroglide control panel. Behind that you can see the Enman incline conveyor feeding onto the multi-deck vibratory feeder, which is grading the rice crackers and ensuring that any broken ones are removed from the system. You can see the 3 channels where the broken pieces fall down, where they're collected in bins for rework. Here is the in-feed conveyor, bulk conveyor from the platform, and there you can see it feeding up into the first hopper. This conveyor here is a loss in weight feeder or continuous belt weigher with scraper, which then feeds on to the first spreading vibratory feeder, this is followed by the next vibratory twin deck vibratory feeding system with removable screens, and the oversized product drops out down to floor level using these BFM fittings for quick release. You can see this large electromechanical vibrators, and there you can see the in-feed to the first preheater. Looking back at the system, you can see the in-feed conveyor, loss in weight, weigh belt feeder, first vibrator, second, third. Here is the in-feed to the first preheater. Notice the tubes. This is part of the impingement system whereby hot air is pumped through these tubes or nozzles equally throughout the system, so every single nozzle gets the same heat irrespective of how far away it is, or how close it is to the actual burner, and also has the added function and advantage of fluidizing the product so that the air completely surrounds the product rather than having a flat base that sits on the tray and does not get baked correctly. The slack conveyor system also allows for first in first out systems so that no product will lag or stay behind. Aeroglide system comes with an Allen Bradley touchscreen, alarm sequence, as well as individual temperature control for each zone. The Aeroglide Aero Expansion system is excellent for snack foods, pellet style snack foods, or rice crackers, or many other snack products. This is the preheating zone, and that is the actual expansion zone, and it's a 2-zone system. It's all up 3 zones. Looking inside the oven, you can see the nozzles or tubes. This is where the hot air rises from the plenum up and heats underneath the belt, as well as coming in over from the top down onto the product. The preheat zone and the expansion zone can be accessed via these large doors to clean, and the system was driven by natural gas. You can see the slat belt conveyor, slat, and the nozzles, which allows for fluidizing of the product. Here is the nameplate of the system, and here is the boiler plate. The year built was 2011. Aeroglide is now owned by Buhler. Here we are looking at the outfeed end. So the rice crackers have come through the system, and this is the outfeed end. There was a chute here that is in storage at the moment that allowed the product to drop onto the wire mesh belts for cooling. That went then to another wire mesh belt and travelled along to an Inman incline cleated belt conveyor, which fed into the TNA fully automatic spicing coating system. Here we can see the entire system, the Aeroglide expansion, 2-zone system, the preheating system, and of course the vibratory system and elevating conveyor. Here is another view from the infeed system, moving across to the outfeed system, and in the distance where that blue conveyor is where the product was taken to the spice coating system. Here is a view of the Inman vibrating system feeding into the oven. I'm standing on the top of the oven at the moment. This is the top view of the preheating section. You can see the blower where the hot air heats up and then blows down through the system, and more drives on the side. This is a view on the top of the expansion section, showing the fan blowers. Looking back across the expansion zone and the preheater zone, coming out of the oven, expansion oven, the product went on cooling mesh belt conveyors up an incline and to an automatic TNA spice, oil and powder coating system before going to the automatic packing system.